Swing, line drive, right field. We're going to Tampa.
I can't believe that happened 12 years ago already, and that is the perfect example as to why you swing 3-0 with the bases loaded up by 7, because you never know if a team can make a comeback, especially in the playoffs, and the 2008 Boston Red Sox, they proved that. So Fernando Tatis, the way that he saved 2020, I think that he's going to be fine going forward. So all the haters, you can take a look at that clip and tell yourself, maybe it's a good idea to score as many runs as possible so the other team has no chance of coming back. But what's going on, everyone? It's Fuzzy. Welcome back to yet another MLB postseason recap. The Dodgers, yesterday was not a great day for them, but the game overall wasn't that bad. There was just one bad inning, so we're going to see if it was Clayton Kershaw's fault. We're going to see if it was maybe Dave Roberts or the bullpen. We'll talk about that, as well as the Astros are playing angry baseball right now against the Tampa Bay Rays. They are refusing to go home. We'll break that down. I'm sure most of you, if you have a Twitter or any social media, you saw how that game ended. Carlos Correa, right now, maybe aside from Randy Arozarena, is the best player on planet Earth. I have to say it right now. You might be a hater. I'm not a big fan of the Astros, but you have to tip your cap. But without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into it, and let's start talking baseball. So we're going to go ahead and break down the Astros versus the Rays game in just a second, because for right now, I do want to discuss the Dodgers versus the Braves, because there were so many components. You had a Hall of Fame pitcher in Clayton Kershaw versus a rookie, Bryce Wilson, and for the first 6 innings of this game, I'm not going to lie, it was fantastic. You had Clayton Kershaw, a seasoned vet, going up against someone that has never pitched or started in the postseason in Bryce Wilson, and it was a pitching duel until the 6th inning when, in my opinion, I know that Clayton Kershaw was at 87 pitches, so I mean, he can go up to 100, but enough is enough. He already had 7 base hits. You're supposed to take him out, because we know that Kershaw is not the best under pressure, especially in the postseason. So Dave Roberts does not do his job yet again. I don't know what it is with his sick obsession with leaving in lefties for far too long, whether it's against Ozzie Albies in back-to-back games, whether it's leaving in Clayton Kershaw in back-to-back-to-back postseasons for far too long. What is he doing? I mean, we can look back to the 2019 postseason run when Clayton Kershaw, again, in 2019, there was no 3-batter minimum. So because Clayton Kershaw came in relief and gave up that home run to Anthony Rendon, you could instantly take him out against Juan Soto. But no, Dave Roberts, he has faith in his players, and I respect him for that. But sometimes you just have to go with the hot hand, and Clayton Kershaw in the postseason, he's definitely not it. Especially considering just one start ago, he had a rough go in the 2nd and 3rd time facing that lineup. So unfortunately, his final stat line is 5 innings, 7 hits, 4 earned runs, and then what does Brusdar Graterol do? I've been praising him all year because he's just a lot of fun to watch. He's young. He has a 101 mile an hour sinker. He comes in and implodes. So that kind of makes Kershaw's stat line even worse than what it really was for himself. So 4 earned runs, not really all because of him, but Brusdar because of how bad he was. Kershaw definitely looks a whole lot worse, but I mean, I don't know. You know, we have Ian Anderson, who is 22 years old, who is throwing absolute gems. You have Bryce Wilson coming in, and they're just making their pitches count. It's as simple as that. It doesn't matter about postseason success, record, pressure, age. It's about making every single pitch count, no matter if you're 17 years old, we've never seen that before, or if you're a 35-year-old seasoned vet. It does not matter. If you don't make your pitches count, if you don't have good command, you are going to lose baseball games, and we can see that in the Dodgers versus Braves series, because the Dodgers are the more experienced team, whereas the Braves, between Pache, Acuna, Albies, Anderson, now Wilson, and Kyle Wright got shelled, bless his heart. But it shows that age doesn't really mean anything in 2020, because it's all about having that swag. It's about having that confidence and making every single at-bat and pitch count. And so far, we've seen it. The Braves are playing much better baseball on a consistent inning-to-inning basis, and they now sit at a 3-1 advantage going in to game number 5. So, but take it from me, okay? The Braves are up 3-1 in this series. No lead is safe. Whether it's 2-0, 3-1, I can tell you that the bullpen will start to get a little bit shaky. The offense offense will get quiet because you think that you have the advantage and the momentum. Don't take your foot off the gas pedal. You put your cleat on their neck and you go for this 4-1 sweep. When you win 4 games in the first 5 games of a 7-game series, I mean, you call it a gentleman's sweep. So the Dodgers, they didn't really get anything aside from a few RBIs from Edwin Rios. So you tip your cap to Bryce Wilson. I mean, it's crazy to say it out loud. In his first ever postseason start, he's doing that. And Clayton Kershaw gives up 4 earned runs. So is it his fault? Is it Dave Roberts? Is it the bullpen? Let me know in the comment section down below, because either way, the Dodgers lineup, they were shut out completely, so they weren't doing much either way. Ooh, the Astros versus the Rays. This was one of the best games of the year. If you missed it, we're going to go ahead and break it down pretty much play by play. So Springer and Brandon Lau, they both traded home runs in the first and the third inning. And this is a big time relief for Rays fans because Brandon Lau has not been himself in the postseason. He's kind of been the Clayton Kershaw of hitters, or maybe you could call him the Cody Bellinger. Well, actually, Cody Bellinger had a good game a couple days ago, so maybe he's turning around his postseason success. We'll have to wait and see. But Springer and Lau, it was 1-1 going into the third when Michael Brantley, his double gives the Astros a 2-run lead. Michael Brantley has not been talked about really at all this year, but he is one of the more clutch players in all of baseball. His swing is so smooth. When he was in Cleveland, he was known by everyone as Mr. Smooth because it seems like no pitch is different than the other. Whether it's a 101 fastball or a 67-mile-an-hour curveball or a wicked knuckleball, it's the same swing, it's the same approach, and that's why he's been so successful for so long. But now, the Rays are down by 2 runs. So if you had to think the Rays are going to make a comeback and tie this game, how are they going to do that? Of course, it's going to start with their best player so far through the postseason, Randy Arozarena. I'm so happy that I called this because a couple months ago I said that this dude once made a web gem, he threw out a runner, he stole home and hit a home run in the same game, and he's showing that in the postseason. Also, G-Man Choi came in huge with a game-tying home run. So we enter the bottom of the 9th with the top 5 relief pitcher in all of baseball the last 365 days. Nick Anderson has almost been untouchable unless you're talking about Aaron Judge. He's pretty much been unhittable for the entirety of the postseason. He's facing Carlos Correa. But this is not a normal Carlos Correa. This is a chip on his shoulder, angry Carlos Correa, where the baseball looks like a beach ball right now. And he does not miss this pitch, and he lets us know.
1 ball, 1 strike. In the air, center field. Correa's watching. This is back, and it's gone! He did. Stood there, majestic clout to center field, watched it, and flipped it.
So there you have it. I told you, no lead is safe. So the Astros and the Rays are going to be battling again today. I'm going to go ahead and get the preview up right now. Give me 1 second. So Framber Valdez is going for the Astros, and he has been insane. As you can see, he has a 2 ERA in this postseason. He's going up against Blake Snell, who had a terrific start the last time that he faced him. I think he only gave up 1 earned run. He did struggle, but good for him. He kept a strong mind, and he was able to get out of a few jams. On the other side, we have Dustin May, who has been electric as well. I don't know who the Braves are starting, whether it's Max Fried, whether it's Ian Anderson, whether it's an opener. I'm not too sure how that's working because it says to be determined. But the Braves are up 3-1. The Astros are down 3-2. So let me know in the comment section down below, what do you think is going to happen? The finale is coming soon. We're going to have World Series matchups in the next week, and I can't wait to bring those recaps to you guys. We might even watch those live on Twitch, because my internet has been pretty good, knock on wood. So we might be bringing Twitch streams back. If you want to see that, please leave a like on the video, as well as follow me on Twitch. It's the same as my Twitter, Fuzzy from YT. But thank you all so much for watching. Stay safe out there, and enjoy this day in MLB history.
His first at bat of the game. There's a fly ball deep to left. It's on its way. There it goes. And the Yankees are going to the World Series. Aaron Boone has hit a home run. The Yankees go to the World Series for the 39th time in their remarkable history. Aaron Boone.
Travis Ishikawa hits one into right. The Giants win the pennant.